I'm Elena, a 38-year-old woman who's always tried to be the perfect blend of stepmom, wife, and career woman. My life was pretty ordinary, waking up at 6 a.m. to make breakfast, heading to my job at a small marketing firm, coming home to cook dinner for my husband David and his son Alex. David and I met 6 years ago at a networking event. He was charming, stable, a successful accountant with a kind smile and a way of making me feel secure. His son Alex was 17 then, a typical teenager with messy hair, video games, and that awkward phase where he was too cool for family time but still needed rides everywhere. Now, at 23, Alex has transformed. He's tall, about 6 feet 2 inches, with broad shoulders from his gym routine, dark hair that he styles just right, and those intense green eyes that seem to hold a world of thoughts behind them. He's been living with us while he takes online classes for his business degree, working part-time at a coffee shop to save up for his own place. We've always had a good relationship. I've been the one to help with his homework, listen to his girl troubles, and give advice when David was too busy. But never, in a million years, did I think it would turn into something like this. It all started on a rainy Thursday afternoon in early spring, the kind of day where the sky is gray, the air is heavy with the scent of wet earth, and you just want to curl up with a book. David was at work as usual, pulling long hours on a big client project. I had the day off, so I decided to do some deep cleaning in our bedroom. Our house is a cozy 2-story in the suburbs, white picket fence, flower beds I tend to meticulously, and a master bedroom upstairs with a big king-size bed, soft beige carpets, and a nightstand on each side. Mine was the one on the left, with a drawer that I kept locked. The key was hidden in the back of my vanity, taped under a drawer. That drawer was my private sanctuary, a collection I'd built over the years to keep things exciting in my marriage. Toys of all kinds. Vibrators, dildos, lubricants, even some restraints and feathers for fun. David knew about it vaguely, but it was my thing, my escape when he was away or when I needed some me time. I was dusting the furniture when I noticed the nightstand drawer wasn't fully closed. Just a tiny gap, but enough to make my stomach drop. I always double-checked it, always. My heart started racing as I pulled it open. Everything was there, the sleek black wand vibrator, the pink rabbit with its dual arms, the small bullet for discreet play, a bottle of cherry-scented lube, and a few other items tucked in silk pouches. But the order was wrong. The rabbit was on top when I remembered putting the wand there last. Someone had been in here. David? No, he hadn't been home all day. The cleaning lady came on Mondays. That left. Alex. Alex had been home alone that morning before his shift. He'd mentioned looking for something, batteries for his headphones, I think. But why would he go through my drawer? Curiosity? Boredom? I felt a mix of anger and embarrassment wash over me. How do you even confront someone about that? Hey, did you snoop through my sex toys? Yeah, that wouldn't be awkward at all. I closed the drawer and tried to push it out of my mind, busying myself with folding laundry. But the thought gnawed at me. What if he told his friends? What if he thought less of me? Or worse, what if he was intrigued? I shook my head. Don't be ridiculous, Elena. He's your stepson. The front door slammed a few hours later, pulling me from my thoughts. Elena, I'm home! Alex's voice called from downstairs, followed by the thud of his backpack hitting the floor. In the bedroom, I replied, trying to sound casual. My hands were clammy as I heard his footsteps on the stairs. He appeared in the doorway, still in his coffee shop uniform. Black polo shirt, khaki pants, his hair slightly disheveled from the rain. He was carrying 2 takeout cups. Brought you a latte, he said with a grin, handing one over. Figured you'd need it on a day like this. Thanks, I said, taking it. Our fingers touched, and I pulled back a bit too quickly. Did he notice? His eyes met mine, and there was something there. A spark, or maybe I was imagining it. He lingered, leaning against the doorframe. So, what'd you do today? House looks spotless. Just cleaning, I said, sipping the coffee to buy time. You know, going through drawers and stuff. His expression shifted ever so slightly. A quick glance at the nightstand. Cool. Find anything good? Brew, that was my opening. I set the cup down and crossed my arms. Actually, Alex, I noticed my nightstand drawer was open. That's private. Did you look in there? Brew, he froze, color rising to his cheeks. What? No, Okay, fine. I was looking for batteries. The key was out on the dresser, and I thought maybe you kept extras in there. I didn't mean to see. Everything. Brew, everything? I repeated, my voice sharper than intended. Alex, those are personal items. You shouldn't have gone in there. I'm sorry, Elena, he said, looking genuinely remorseful. I was curious. I've heard about stuff like that, but seeing it, it's different. A brick of curious. The word hung between us like a challenge. I should have ended it there, sent him to his room or something. But part of me was flattered. No, that couldn't be right. What do you mean curious? He shifted his weight, avoiding my eyes, like how they work. I don't know much. My ex never had anything like that. I just wondered. The room felt smaller, the air thicker. Wondered what, exactly? Hebrew. He looked up, his green eyes locking onto mine. Could you show me? Like, explain them? A demonstration or something. I promise I won't tell anyone. It's just educational. My mind reeled. A demonstration from me, his stepmom? This was insane, inappropriate on every level. My brain screamed no, but my body. There was a thrill, a forbidden excitement that I hadn't felt in years. David and I's sex life had become routine, quick, and functional. This was new, dangerous. Sit down, I heard myself say, gesturing to the bed. But this is a one-time thing and it stays between us. Understood? He nodded eagerly, perching on the edge of the mattress. I opened the drawer, my fingers trembling slightly as I pulled out the first item. The purple bullet vibrator. Small and discreet, perfect for beginners. This is a bullet vibe, I explained, keeping my voice teacher-like to maintain some distance. It's for external stimulation. You turn it on like this. I pressed the button, and it buzzed to life, the sound filling the quiet room. Alex's eyes widened. Whoa, that's strong for something so small. Yeah, it's versatile. You can use it on sensitive areas, the clit, nipples, even the perineum for guys. He leaned forward. Can I feel it? I hesitated, then handed it over. He held it in his palm, feeling the vibrations. This must feel amazing. How do you use it exactly? I took it back, demonstrating on my arm first. Like this, pressing it against the skin. Start slow, build up. He watched intently, asking questions. Does it go inside? Sometimes, but it's more for outside. Next one, I pulled out the rabbit vibrator, pink, curved shaft with bunny ears for clitoral stimulation. This is for dual pleasure. The shaft goes in. The ears hit the clit. He whistled softly. That looks complicated. Show me how it moves. I turned it on, letting the rotation and vibration demonstrate. We went through the collection. The powerful wand that plugged in for endless power, the glass dildo for temperature play, the anal beads I'd bought but rarely used. With each one, I explained function, safety, how to clean them. But his questions got more personal. What's your favorite? How often do you use them? I found myself answering, the conversation flowing easier than expected. The wand is great for quick orgasms. I use them when David's away. He nodded, absorbing it all. Thanks for showing me, Elena. This is cool. It was ever talk to me like this. As he left the room, I sat there, heart racing. What had I just done? It was innocent, right? Just education. But the way he looked at me, it lingered. The next day, things felt normal at first. Breakfast, small talk with David about his work. Alex acted like nothing happened. But when David left for the office, he cornered me in the kitchen. Hey, about yesterday. That was awesome. Can we do more? I have questions about the lube and stuff. I should have said no. Alex, that was a one-time thing. Please? Just a little more. I'm learning a lot. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Back in the bedroom, I showed him the lubricants. Water-based, silicone-flavored. This one tingles, I said, dabbing a bit on my hand. He tried it too, rubbing it between his fingers. Feels weird. Good weird. What if I tried one of the toys? Like on myself? My breath caught. What do you mean? The bullet. Guys can use it, right? On the tip or something. This was escalating. Yeah, but are you sure? He nodded. Demonstrate first? I showed him on a pillow, pressing the vibe against it. Like this, gentle pressure. He took it, sitting beside me, and slipped it under his shirt, against his chest. Oh man, that's nice. Watching him, his face flushing with pleasure, stirred something in me. The tension was palpable, the room warm. Try lower, I suggested, voice low. He did, his breathing quickening. Elena, this is intense. Help me? My hand guided his, adjusting the speed. Our skin touched, sparks flying, the line blurred, and before I knew it, we were closer, the demonstration turning into exploration. That night, guilt gnawed at me as I lay beside David. What was I doing? But the excitement, it was addictive. Over the next week, our lessons became regular. Alex would come home from work. We'd wait until David was out or asleep, and dive in. I taught him about prostate stimulation with a small plug, explaining anatomy with diagrams I pulled up on my phone. He tried it, describing the sensations, asking for tips. Push it in slowly, angle towards the front. His moans were soft, but they echoed in my mind. One evening, he brought a toy he'd bought online, a sleeve for men. Show me how to use it. Kibrohui I did, demonstrating on a banana first to keep it light, but then he used it, eyes on me the whole time. Imagine it's you, he whispered. The air crackled. I leaned in, kissing him. It was electric, his lips soft, hands eager. We pulled back, shocked. We can't, I said. But we did, he replied. From there the floodgates opened. Toys became props in our encounters. The rabbit on me while he watched, then him joining. The wand shared between us, vibrations syncing our rhythms, sneaking moments, in the shower, the basement, even the car during a grocery run. David suspected nothing at first, but tension built. He noticed my distant mood, Alex's lingering gazes. You two seem close lately, he commented one dinner. We're just bonding, I said, foot brushing Alex's under the table. Then the close calls started. David home early, finding us in the living room too close. What were you talking about? School stuff. Alex lied, but the real tension came when Alex confessed feelings. I love you, Elena. Not as a stepmom. I felt the same, but fear gripped me. What about your dad? Abrahu will figure it out. The climax came when David found a toy receipt in the trash, one Alex had bought. Confrontation ensued. What's going on? Eberkruth spilled, yelling, tears, heartbreak. David and I divorced. Alex and I moved away, starting new. It's not perfect, but it's ours. And that's the story. If you enjoyed this roller coaster, like, comment, subscribe. What do you think? Was it worth the risk? See you next time. To make it full, let's expand further. The rain pattered against the window as I sat on the bed staring at the drawer. My mind flashed back to how the collection started. Years ago, before David, when I was single and exploring. The first toy, a simple vibrator from an online store, arriving in plain packaging. It was empowering, a way to take control of my pleasure. Over time it grew, gifts from friends, impulse buys after reading reviews. David was supportive when I told him, even joining in sometimes. But lately, with his work stress, it was just me. Alex's voice snapped me back. When he admitted snooping, I felt vulnerable, but his curiosity was genuine. As I showed the bullet, I described the sensations in detail. It starts with a tingle, then builds to waves. You control the pace. He asked about orgasms. How do you know when it's coming? Fibr. It's a build-up, tension releasing. Abr. Our conversations deepened. He shared his inexperience. Only 2 girlfriends, basic stuff. I want to be good, know what women like. I taught him about erogenous zones, foreplay, using toys to enhance. The key is communication. One session, I demonstrated the wand on my leg, the power making me gasp. He noticed. Does it turn you on explaining this? A little, I admitted. That honesty fueled the fire. Soon, demonstrations became mutual. He used the sleeve, I used the rabbit, side by side, watching each other. The visual, the sounds, intoxicating. Emotional layers added. Alex opened up about his mom leaving when he was young. You filled that gap, but now it's more. I shared my fears of aging, feeling unseen by David. You make me feel alive. Aber were the risks, heightened tension. Once, during a family movie night, Alex slipped the remote-controlled egg inside me before dinner. Throughout the meal, he'd buzz it, me trying not to squirm. David asked if I was okay. Just tired. Later, in his room, we laughed about it, leading to passionate sex. But guilt crept in. I dreamed of being caught, losing everything. Alex reassured. We're adults. It's our choice. The breaking point. David found texts on my phone, innocent but suspicious. Love our talks. He hired a PI, got photos of us kissing in the park. The confrontation was brutal. How long? For a month. David's pain was palpable. My own son? Hebrew, Alex defended. Dad, it's real love. Sieber. We left, renting a small apartment. Adjusting was hard. Whispers from friends. Family estrangement. But in time, we built a life. Toys still part of it, but now with trust, love. Looking back, one discovery changed everything, from curiosity to passion, tension to resolution. Thanks for listening. If this story gripped you, hit like, share your thoughts in comments. Subscribe for more viral tales. Peace out. Expanding further to approach word count, add more detailed scenes. Aberdeen after first demonstration. I couldn't sleep that night. David snoring beside me, but my mind replayed Alex's face, his questions. The next morning he was at breakfast, smiling. Good morning. Abraham good, I said, avoiding his eyes. Later, alone, he asked for more. The anal stuff, you skip details. I explained plugs, beads, lube importance, start small, relax. We. He tried the small plug, describing, it's tight, then good. I guided verbally, but my imagination ran wild. Another day he brought lingerie. For the demonstration, I modeled it, feeling sexy. See how it enhances? He touched the fabric. Beautiful. A touch led to more. Build with daily interactions. Flirting in kitchen, stolen kisses. Subplot David notices, confronts me privately. Are you unhappy? No, I lied. Tension peaks with near miss. David walks in as Alex's hand is on my waist. What? Helping with necklace. Suspicion grows. Final blow PI report. Divorce papers. New life, therapy, new jobs, deeper bond.